everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York. Yesterday I left the Western New York part out because it was making noise, my camera was, and so in order for me to cut it out, it was easier just to cut the whole part out. Well, today I was listening to videos, and one of the videos was mentioning about making sure that your family knows about your important papers. Well, I figured that's a very important thing to remember. So I have told my children that all of my important papers are inside the safe that's inside the cabinet that is locked, but they know the combination to that lock, thank goodness. Also, what I've thought of is if you don't have a safe, you could write it in a notebook, the things that you need to be able to find so that when you pass on to the next world, they know what to do. So you can have your request for your funeral, how you want your funeral to be. And hopefully you've talked about that, which I have. I have told my children that I'm going to be cremated and that I have a vault, I guess it's called. And there is to be no viewing because none of them want to see us when we're laid out. So that's the end of that. I also need to go see the funeral director because I haven't done that part, but I did do the other part. So we know where we're going to be in the cemetery. And the reason I'm going to be put into a cemetery is my husband was looking for different relatives to see when they were alive and when they passed. And the only way you can find them is if you're in a cemetery. If you've been spread somewhere else, they will never find you. And they will never know if you existed. So this way you at least have existed in somebody's book you are. And maybe your family members may look for you in the generations to come. So just think about that before you decide where you want to be taken and just spread or just planted under a tree or in a park that you enjoy visiting or in the water, in the ocean, or some faraway place. Also, there's a living will that you, for health purposes, I think that's what it's called. A medical will is a living will. And what it is we tried to talk my mother into that, and she said, well, I'll just tell the doctor I don't want anything extra. And we go, that's great as long as you're able to say it. But once you can't say it anymore, what are you going to do? And so she finally, after a long time, because my mother had dementia and Alzheimer's, it got through to her that this is what she needed to do. So she realized that the doctor would not know what her plans were unless it was written down. So that's what we had to do. It took a long time to explain that, though. Just like when it came to time to change her bank account from one that was not getting any interest to one that was getting a lot of interest. She didn't want to do it, but finally she did it. And also when it came time for her to have checks, she always paid cash for everything. And when it came time for checks, she kept saying, well, what the heck's your name on there for? Because my name was added to the checking. And I said, remember, Daddy can't sign checks. And she goes, oh yeah, that's right. And so I had to take care of the financial part of her estate. You also want to know where the birth certificate. Now everything is in birth certificates, marriage certificates, death certificate. You have to keep a death certificate so that if you have vehicles that you need to change over into somebody's name, you need that to prove that the person has passed away. Because maybe they haven't signed their title over to you. And if they have, then that's good. But if they haven't, you need a death certificate to show. And for anything that you need the death certificate. So when they pass away, make sure the funeral home gives you extra death certificates because it comes with when you're passing, that's part of it. But if you have to buy them later on, they cost a lot of money to get later on. So you want to make sure you have plenty of them before you go, or from the funeral home. You won't go, whatever. I mix up my words sometimes, but your funeral director will know exactly what you need, and you just make sure you have a lot of them. Well, I do have a little video, but it was one that I was testing out my phone. I wanted to see how it recorded, because a lot of you use the phone to record things. And I was trying to see if I could do it. And so we did it. I have just a little piece that I'm going to throw in there of it. And all it is a test that I was doing. So let's just go to that little video and you can see. Today I'm trying to see if I can record a little bit and put it on the computer. I don't know if it will work or not. So let's just go try it and see. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.